Retirees and pre-retirees are terrified of running out of money. I've got 10 observations from a bunch of different surveys, studies done lately that tell you that not just retirees, but people that are approaching retirement are terrified of running out of money. So who does that mean? That means mostly boomers and Gen Xers. Yeah, it's become kind of a epidemic. I'm getting all this from Marketwatch. So I will give you these 10 observations, and after that, I will give you 6 different ways to combat this. In other words, what can you do about this feeling about being terrified? So here we go. First of all, guys, give me comments. Those of you who are retired, those who haven't retired yet, are you scared about running out of money in retirement? It's a common thing. I know I was, especially after sequence of returns risk hammered me 6 months after I retired. Yeah, and to be honest with you guys, I'm still slightly scared about it, almost 4 years into retirement. So here we go. Here's one of 10 different observations. High anxiety, especially for people 5 years before and 5 years into retirement. That is the people that we're talking about here. Those who haven't retired yet and those who are just barely into retirement. Why? For those who are retired already, it's because if you go more than 5 years, chances are you'll be okay as far as, those 5 years are critical. Let's put it this way. You don't want to spend too much in those first 5 years because, yes, you could run out of money later down the line. A lot of people look, it's like, I got this big pot of gold, man. I want to spend it. Be careful about that. Number 2, a 2024 Morningstar study says 45% of Americans will run out of money in retirement. Apologize for the wind, it's always in my videos. Yeah, 45% is what the study shows will run out of money in retirement. What do you do, guys? You know what? If you see yourself getting low, tighten that budget. You need to have a flexible budget when you're in retirement. Here's the next observation. An Alliance for Retirement survey, sounds very she to me, found that 54% of Gen X and Boomers combined are fearful of running out of money in retirement. So I guess you could call it the majority. It's a big concern. Many retirees are overcautious about spending, though, when they get to retirement because of this. So, guys, well, if you've got $5 million in the bank, yeah, I don't think you have to worry too much unless your standard of living is way out there, right? But for those of us on moderate income, like most of the viewers of this channel are, yeah, it's hard to start when you've been saving your whole life to start spending now. It's tough. It took me a little while to get through that. You'll get through it. But guys, if you're fairly confident of the money you have, splurge once in a while, right? Not all the time, but once in a while. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and I'm talking loud because this river is loud. And this is a channel for people on moderate retirement. If you think you might be interested in that, think about subscribing and like the video as well. Next observation for you. More than two-fifths of pre-retirees have delayed retirement recently because of everything that is going on with inflation, being uncertain about the economy. And here we go. I'm trying to balance my notes while I'm switching my hands. 2/5 of people, pre-retirees, have delayed retirement because of everything going on the last couple of years with people just aren't sure. Will my money last me now with inflation? Job concerns about just the world in general, all kinds of conflicts. That's a big number. Dare I say a huge number. Only 65% from a survey said that people are confident that their savings are on track for retirement. 65%. Let's bump that up to 80 or 85. Finally, The last point before I get to what you can do about this, feeling terrified about running out of money, this is from Fidelity. Fidelity says a 65-year-old retiring in 2025 can expect to spend $172,000 on healthcare costs in retirement. Can you say, yikes? It's a lot of money, right? Now, I'm sure some of you have long-term care insurance. The majority don't, but some do. But guys, studies have shown, not just one, but a bunch of studies have shown that even if you factor in healthcare costs, you will spend less money the further you get into retirement. Why? Go-go years, slow-go years, no-go years. Go-go years, 10 years after you first retire, you're going crazy, man. Vacations, all kind of stuff. You'll tend to spend a lot of money. Slow-go years, slow down. It's like, say, late 60s to late 70s or even early 80s. Won't spend as much. And finally, the no-go years, early 80s on, a lot of you will probably be not housebound, but let's say homebodies. You tend not to spend as much money in retirement. So even with those increased healthcare costs, should be okay. Now, what can you do about this feeling, this terror that is just sweeping America about running out of money in retirement? I've got 6 things for you. Number 1, get a financial advisor. Now, I know I've come down hard on financial advisors at times on this channel, but if you feel you need one, get one. Make sure they are fiduciary. Make sure they charge a fee-only fee, not a percentage of assets under management. There's some good ones out there, guys. If you feel like you need one, if it'll give you peace of mind, because peace of mind is priceless in retirement, then go get one. Number 2, I have done this, especially before I retired, and also right after I retired. Get an online calculator to calculate how you're doing, how much money you got, how long you're planning for your retirement to last. A good one I like is called FI, F as in Frank, I as in Indian, Calc. It is a free online calculator. You throw in the number of years you want your retirement to last. I would suggest 30, the amount of money you have, and it also lets you, it puts in like, what is your withdrawal strategy? For me, I put in the 4% rule. It will calculate it out there based on historical data and also a Monte Carlo simulation. On the second one, I'm not sure. Historical data, definitely. If you guys know about FI Calc, if it does not do Monte Carlo, I believe it does. Correct me. To let you know what is your confidence percentage. If you can get it to 90% confidence or above, you're doing pretty good. Number 3, I've talked about this as well. Consider an annuity for a small, what I would advise, a small portion of your retirement savings. You don't want to throw everything in there, but hey, 20% or less, let's say, that will give you the additional peace of mind on top of Social Security to maybe alleviate some of those fearful thoughts. Number 4, online support groups, or you could actually just have a bunch of friends that are retired, right? Get together with them every once in a while. It never hurts to talk about your issues, the thoughts on your mind, even your problems with a group that can help you through that, right? Find a group, guys. It helps. Number 5, remember, Social Security benefits provide somewhat of inflation protection, right? You get those bumps every year, COLA, sometimes bigger than others, but that does help some, right? Inflation's always going to be there, but Social Security, just remember, you get those yearly bumps. It might not totally offset inflation, but it definitely helps. And number 6, this is a big, dare I say huge, and here I go again changing hands because my hand's about to fall asleep. Determine your safe withdrawal rate. I'm a big proponent of the 4% rule, as most of you know. The first year I retired, I took out 4.2%. Luckily, with my YouTube income, I didn't have to touch my assets on all of 2022 and 2023 and 2024. This year, I took out 12,000, which comes out to about a little over 2%. So I think I'm doing pretty well, but that is a big thing. You have to determine, are you going to go by the bucket method? Are you going to go by the 4% rule? You need to determine your withdrawal strategy. Once you do that, put it through an online calculator. That should give you more peace of mind. So there you go, guys. There are ways to combat the terror that is sweeping this nation. Hope it helps some. And as always, from the lovely Watery, a little bit windy, not too bad today. High desert. Oh, and here it comes, right? It's hammering me right as I leave. We got this.